Hey everyone, welcome back. We are going to get into some image exploration. So I have a couple of images here in different variations of this like one image over here. And one of the tough things about being a designer for a web or just products in general is that you often have to use imagery, and then sometimes you just can't get nice imagery, and you have to resort to modifying it a bit or playing with it a bit to just make interesting layouts like this. And I'm going to show you different ways you can achieve that with plugins and also things like masks. So let's jump right in. So we have our image here available to us. You can use this image, you can use a different image. The reason why I'm using this image though is because it does have this nice clear background, so it's going to be easy for us to work with. So this is what I'm going to use. Let's just make a duplicate of that. So I'm going to do an Alt or Option drag over here. So the first thing I do is I'm going to make another copy right here, and I'm going to use my plugin, which is remove a background. So you should have this set up by now, and it's going to really help you, clean this up over here. So there we go. So we have this lady right here with no background. We're going to keep it as is. And then, another way we can kind of make some nice like visual interest is by like adding like a shape, like something simple like a square. And we can just use a gradient with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just call this my color square. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and send it to the back. So it's going to be behind her. Now, the thing is, her face, if you notice the lighting, like it still has like that purple lighting on her face. Like you can go in and try and fix that with like the image settings here. So if you want to like, try and, maybe even change that tint to something that's more on brand, like a blue, you can do that. You want to increase the highlights or decrease the highlights and the shadows. Like we can do stuff like that. So, feel free to do that as we're working through this together, but I'm going to keep it the same. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep this square right behind her. And then I am going to change this fill from a solid to a gradient. Where is it? There we go, linear. I want a linear gradient. And we are going to actually copy the values here with the color picker. So I have the very top one selected. So that's going to be at the very top. And I'm just going to go and zoom in, try to get something up here. So there we go. We already got some colors here, and it's just going to like play nicely with her face. That's more natural with that lighting. If you want to, like I said, like make a different color or adjust that lighting for her, you can do that. So I'm going to just make this a little bit lighter. And there we go. And you can see like we already have something pretty interesting that we didn't have before. You can make this lighter. You can now add like, shapes. If I have like, say this like circle shape over here that has like a stroke, but no inside. And maybe this is like, something like a bright yellow. And this one is like, I don't know, like a blue. Like you can add some pretty cool elements. So if I send that to the back and I send this shape to the back, just using that shortcut, we can select this and use our arrow keys. I'm using Shift, and we have some pretty cool like foreground and background elements going over here. So definitely play around with that to see if you want to create like a group, because then you can just take this item and just press Command or Control G. You can group it, call it our image, and then we can export it as a PNG with a transparent background. And there you go. And like you have like something really interesting to work with here. Now let's talk about this, because we're now going to actually take this lady. Oops. You can't really drag outside of groups, but we're going to take this lady over here and we are going to make that same box. So I'm going to actually copy this square and place it in front of her in a second, but I'm going to make a stroke. So say I have this gradient. It's a really nice gradient. You can apply gradients to strokes as well, but I'm going to actually select this like this on the side. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to go to my stroke and paste it. So I'm just going to delete that black and delete that. And then I'm going to bump up that stroke. And there you go. It looks exactly like the gradient that's there. If you actually click into it, it's still there. So I'm going to bring this out here in front. And I wanted to just like hide behind the back of her head a bit. But I also want to achieve this where, you know, it's on top of her body, but her head's coming out of the frame. So this is a pretty cool thing that we can do here. So the way we can do this is, let's see. So the way that I've done it here is I have this rectangle, just one. I have another version of the portrait. Oops. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I have another version of that portrait right here. So let me show you how it works. So basically this woman, we can just send her to the back, send this portrait to the front. Now we're going to select that woman. And what we're going to do here is we are going to make another copy of her. But now we're going to bring that copy to the front. So let's just group all these layers right here so we can see what we have. So now that I have the front, this is going to be the background. I'm just going to call this one front. You can call it foreground, whatever works for you. I'm going to actually go ahead and make a mask. So the mask is basically going to just come across here, gonna come across here, across here, and come across here. You can use the pen tool. You can use a shape tool. It doesn't really matter. You could have used a square to do this. And then I'm gonna take off the stroke on my pen tool because the pen tool is automatically gonna make a stroke there. So there we go. We have our mask. I'm going to call it as such. And then I'm going to send it to the back. And I'm going to use it with the front of this second layer on top. So as you can see, this mask group over here, let's just toggle it. What's happening here is my color, like square or border, is basically on top of the background photo. So that's why it's hidden over here on the arms. As soon as I made this copy of the background photo and brought it to the front, I took a mask and just wanted to show the top layer. So I'm going to hide this layer, which the background is still going to be here hid. But in this layer, now she's coming to the forefront. So it's kind of like layering two of those images on top of one another, but one is in the foreground and one isn't. And that's how you can create some pretty cool stuff with just masks, some plugins, and just a little bit of time.